For this year's celebration, we'll be distributing gorgeous fans to everyone. Please give us just a moment to prepare. Well, looks like we're going to be getting something interesting today. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dexter Gavell, and welcome back to my continued first-time playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. Today is another special event. We have, I think it's called Little Ladies' Day? Yeah. And it looks like we have the Royal Seneschal we have to talk to about whatever this event is for. Royal Servant, your mustache... What is with your mustache? It looks fake. Are you serious? You certainly don't look like you're wearing that properly. Well, in any case, Royal Seneschal has... Wait, hold up. No, I want to see if I can figure out what more about this event for you guys first. Oh. Apparently exchange stuff to get things from you. Decisions or equestrian roll? And different kinds of confetti. Ooh, I wonder if this event is... Yeah, this event must be give me stuff that I can exchange for this stuff. So what about you? Oh, no, you. Good day to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Ladies' Day? I am at your service. Oh, pardon me. So, what is Little Ladies' Day? Once a year, when the peach blossoms come to bloom, Eorzea celebrates all the lovely and spirited young maidens who bring such joy to our realm. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorn Dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. For some reason, I thought the Thorn Dynasty sounded familiar. I was thinking of Thordon for some reason. The plucky princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon hearing of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard down to the last man and ordered them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape saw his house nigh ripped from the ground. Oh, the miller. For some reason, I thought it was referring to the miller's daughter, just the daughter itself. Wow. For some reason, his house? I thought, wait, what? Okay. While the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. Oh, geez. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls. When she confessed the true reasons she had run away, her father was racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsmen and offered to personally serve as seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by the Sultan's newfound compassion. The Sultan himself, vowing to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. Ooh. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorn Dynasty gave way to the Ul. In time, it spread to other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. Wait a minute, it said something about a Thorn Dynasty. We did research on this stuff recently. I didn't hear anything about a Thorn Dynasty. Huh. Must be a different thing even earlier than that? That's odd. Princess Edvia, I keep wanting to say that incorrectly, was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the hero and noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the Legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It is said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern, overly protective father were strained at best. Though the father claimed to love his daughter dearly, the form his love took was the stifling sort. The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Princess Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow, and the two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. Ooh, okay, so it looks like this celebration has to do with the princess. Not what I thought it was going to be. So, what does the Royal Seneschal have? Inheritance. The Royal Seneschal has a new event in mind to bring smiles to all the princesses of the realm. Begging your pardons, good sir, but you are an adventurer, are you not? If so, I should be much obliged for your kind assistance. I am the Royal Seneschal, and it is my honor to oversee Little Ladies' Day. Oh, that's right, this guy would be the person who is meant to be a stand-in for the king as being the Seneschal, I get that. In case you're unfamiliar, the festival celebrates all the maidens of the realm, and my duty is to see that each and every lady is treated as a princess. For this year's celebration, we're planning to distribute replicas of an antique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha, a scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Wait, the House of Thorn still continues even after the fall of its empire? Ooh, I never heard of that. Alas, she has ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now, she rests at my insistence, but passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. Thus, I turn to you for help. In order to take the burden off my lady, who is also a treasured princess this day, might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? Okay, I'm investigating something. I'm truly grateful. Now, Miss Alditha should be resting at a bench in the Gold Court, so pray seek her out there. I leave her in your capable hands. Whoa, I can find someone at the Gold Court. Where's the Gold Court? It's in the Steps of Thal. Give me a moment. I'll be right there. Nope, this way. There's an Aetheryte over here I can teleport to. Is there? Closest one will be the Aetheryte Plaza, I think. Let's go there instead. Unless, actually, how far is it from here? Oh, wow, it's not even that far. I can just go straight through here. Never mind. I'll do that. Here we go. Here's Alditha. Hi. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. Pardon me, but I do not believe we've met. Is there something you require? I was asked to look after you. So the Royal Seneschal sent you. Well, I would be lying if I said that I didn't need the help. I'm in a worse way than I'd realized. I'm supposed to meet with 2 people as part of my investigation, but loath as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about. As you may already know, I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan, the very one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Ul'dah, I turned to the history books and discovered that it is of a style used in the palace during the Thorn Dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Ediva, I keep wanting to say that wrong, Edvia, my ancestor who gave rise to the Little Ladies' Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at a royal soiree. It was very beautiful, by all accounts, and I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the Royal Seneschal, and it was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that, while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, no more than a few decades ago at most. Huh. So where'd the fan come from then? This led me to wonder, who had this fan made and why? With my mother no longer with us, I went and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. Though he married into the family, he is the present head of House Thorn. If even he does not know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvia's time, I thought that I could share the knowledge during the celebration. Thus did I arrange to meet with people who were versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. I'm sorry to impose, but might I trouble you to attend the appointments in my stead? I'm in your debt. Now, you will want to take the fan with you. Ooh, okay. Please, show it when you meet with the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mithril Eye who will be at Arazinth's ossuary, and the other is a historian who you will meet at the Quicksand. A reporter for the Mithril Eye. Not related to who I think it is, are they? Probably not. Not sure. Let's go see. Okay, so it looks like the first person we talk to is the Grizzled Historian. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. Well, actually, she asked me to go in her stead, and I had the very thing you wanted me to look at. An antique folding fan Alditha found within the Thorn Manor, crafted in a style used during the Thorn Dynasty. Ah, so you come on Miss Alditha's behalf, and this is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed, it is of a style hailing from the Thorn Dynasty. It is said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered meat for noble women to cover their faces, to which they carried folding fans on their persons. Ah, that's what that's for. Okay. But as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edvia didn't concern herself with social norms, and at a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. The Sultan and his retinue of seneschals looked on and aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance, and erupted into rapturous applause when she finished. That dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and it is said to have been passed down through women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious, though. As a daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of its legacy. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray, pass along my regards. Thank you very much for the assistance, though. Got a lot of insight I didn't have before. Thank you. Okay, now we go find that reporter. Ah, there's the Mithril Eye reporter. Okay, so you're not who I thought you were. Where could Alditha be? Can I help you? Yes, I have a fan for you. Miss Alditha gave that to me for you to see. This fan? Alditha sent you, I take it. Very well then, I'll tell you what I know. When Alditha reached out about an antique fan she found, I was instantly reminded of a similar one that I saw long ago. By her description alone, I couldn't be certain, but to see it here and now, there's no doubt in my mind. This fan once belonged to Alditha's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old perhaps, when I interviewed her for a Little Ladies' Day article. That day she had this very fan with her. She was out of sorts, though, and begged to sit down and rest. As tired as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short, and ended up writing about something else. I must say I find it a little strange that Alditha should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother, after all. Surely she should know about it. Okay, the mystery deepens. She should be aware of all this stuff, but why isn't she? Well, let's go back to her and find out. Alright, Alditha, I've been getting conflicting information here. Care to shed some light on stuff? Ah, you're returned. Thank you for attending the appointments in my stead. So, did you learn aught of interest? Yeah, I learned a few things that you should be aware of. What? The fan was my mother's? And it was used to perform the Little Ladies' Dance, a dance passed down through the women of our line? Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this. About neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't my mother share the tradition with me? Ooh. Perhaps she was also unaware of it, or perhaps she didn't have the chance. I feel like she would have had the chance, but I feel like she... Yeah, she was the one that performed the dance, so I don't... Then again, they did say it was an impromptu dance, so I don't know if it was one she knew about already. Might not have known, so she might have actually also been unaware of it. If this fan belonged to my mother, I'm inclined to believe she inherited the tradition, or was at least aware of it. But even if she'd wished to pass it on to me, she succumbed to illness when I was little. Oh, okay, so the other one was correct. She didn't have the time to. Be that as it may, my father must have known something. I know not why he claimed to otherwise and feigned ignorance about the fan, nor do I expect he would willingly talk. Still, I want to know about the dance and about my mother. I'm sorry to impose yet again, adventurer, but wouldn't you help me find the answers? I'm very much interested now, yes. This means a lot to me, thank you. Now, if my mother appeared as at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems likely she performed the dance there. On that assumption, I propose we look for those who knew my mother around when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy middle-aged folk seems like a likely place to start. Chances are they at least cross paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Esteems Aesthetics? I shall await you here. I shall certainly help. Let's see. We're heading off to find information at the Steps of Thal. Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even see there. I was supposed to be meeting this restless nobleman. Where in the world did she disappear to? Did who disappear? Are you referring to Alditha? What? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes I did. It was during a Little Ladies' Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time, and I had the honor of being her guide. By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the dance. Flourishing her fan, she moved with such majestic grace, I was left utterly transfixed. A dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on stage at the festival? I suggested, and to my delight she agreed with a smile. But no sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowds than she retreated out of sight and all but collapsed to the ground. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. Though I hadn't been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. I apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again, and the sad look on her face when she nodded was something I'd not forgotten to this day. But look at me prattle on a complete stranger. My apologies. Now then, I was in the midst of looking for someone, so I shall excuse myself. You were looking for someone as well. Is it related to this somehow? Is it? Well, no idea. We'll have to find out somewhere else. And that somewhere else being a haughty mother. A thorn woman who once danced at a festival. I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Little Ladies' Day has always been a common folk festival, after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorn family. 'Tis under their auspices that the celebrations take place. Well, dang it, that didn't help. Let's see, where else can I find... Oh, aha! This willowy noblewoman. Oh, what's that? Did I know Claudia Thorne and the dance she used to perform? May I ask who's asking? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm speaking on behalf of Althea. Goodness me, I think Alditha had no idea. Alditha had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say, and would be glad to share what I know. She was quite frail. She was quite frail. Let me try that again. She was quite frail, was Adia, and constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions, and certainly never performed the Little Ladies' Dance with them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful, I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me, and she would have dearly loved to teach Alditha too, I'm sure. It breaks my heart that she never had the chance. But if Alditha is keen to learn the dance, nothing would please me more than to teach it. A poor substitute though may I be for her mother. She awaits at the Gold Court, yes? I shall go and find her there at once. Ah, thank you so much, miss. This will be a big help. Alright, now to go speak with Alditha once more. Alditha, I may have found some help. Oh, there you are. A woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's and kindly taught me how to perform the little lady's dance. It was as beautiful as I'd imagined it would be. Oh, we didn't get to see it? What? Come on! I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Now then, were you able to learn aught from anyone else? Maybe? So, my mother once performed the dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. From what I've now seen, the movements may indeed be trying for those of poor health. Those such as myself. Thus did my father choose to keep the dance secret from me, out of concern for my well-being. Or so I speculate at any rate. Lady Alditha, thank the heavens I found you! Rodolph, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? Begging your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. What? You were out of the house without them knowing? Uh-oh. But all's well that ends well, and it seems that you were on hand for the young mistress. As her seneschal, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude. Wait a minute, so before I showed up, she was here on her own? Uh-oh. Now then, my lady, even as we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It would set his mind at ease. Yes, of course. Thanks to you, I've discovered things I never knew about my family, and would have you by my side when I meet my father. Will you come with me? Yeah. Thank you. Your presence will give me much courage to seek the truth. Master Fortin should be somewhere in the Ruby Road Exchange. Please, follow me. Alright, so where the heck is he again? Ruby Road Exchange. Ah, right back close to where we started. Here's Fortin. Let me talk to these others first. Rodolph. Master Fortin was beside himself with worry over the young mistress's health. He wishes to thank you for attending her. But first, I want to talk to her. I told Father that I'm perfectly fine, but he nevertheless insisted that I sit down. Makes sense. You're the man from earlier. I should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter. Oh, you were the guy I was talking to before! I said that I did not realize you had come to her behest, but what's done is done. Now, allow me to properly introduce myself. Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service. No more secrets, Father. Why did you hide the truth from me? I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Even as that fan and that dance hold fond memories of your mother, they're a painful reminder that she's gone. I couldn't bear to lose you as well, so please return the fan and forget about the dance. Father, I understand full well why you feel this way. Were I in your position, I would likely feel the same. But as much as I'm touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the fan, and even the dance. Probably thinking back on it. Yep. And they really do look so much alike, too. Claudia. Lady Alditha, that was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn about how to dance so beautifully? An old friend of Mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance, down to the smallest flourish. Mother brought you joy when she danced for you that day. On coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted to experience that joy again. Alditha. Like I once apologized to your mother, I must apologize to you now. It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you, and I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. If it's your desire to carry on the tradition, I will not stand in your way. Thank you, but you know, Father, it is Little Ladies' Day. Rather than an apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? As you say, my princess. As you say. Oh, as you say, my... Wow. As you say, my princess, as you say. I, Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal seneschal. Your very wish is my command. Ah. Except, perhaps when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority. I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff on the Little Ladies' Dance, that we may share with all who will participate in the festivities. If that is your wish, then it is mine as well. On this day, all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by rights inherit the dance passed down in our family. I have a gift for you, adventurer, as a token of my gratitude. It isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance, along with a replica of my mother's fan. Ooh. Is it the exact same fans that they were giving out earlier, or said they were? Now then, don't overexert yourself. Now then, there's no time to waste. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible, and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Ladies' Day to remember. Oh yes, it will. Oh, this was cute. It did also hit me a bit harder than I thought it would, considering things, yeah. Ooh, yeah, fanfare. An illustrated manual of the various steps and gestures that comprise the Little Ladies' Dance. Nice! Seasonal event quest complete! Ooh, her greatest fan. Nice. So what was the stuff earlier about this dance thing? Am I able to get anything out of this? No, it's just part of her performance? Ah! They're here now. Hi! The young mistress truly has a spring in her step during Little Ladies' Day celebrations. Why, I dare say one would scarce believe she suffers from a delicate constitution. Fortin? Ah, I'd hoped you would stop by so that I might thank you properly. Had you not aided my daughter, we may never have bonded as we have now. Just like with the original princess and her father. In truth, I did not realize how much joy it would bring me to see her take after her mother by inheriting our family's tradition. And yet, I cannot help but worry that one day she may meet the love of her life in much the same way I met her mother. I wish dearly for her to find such happiness, but I nevertheless find myself conflicted about the prospect of seeing her go. I understand. I think I get that. Enjoying the festivities, I hope. Should you have any questions concerning my family, it would be my pleasure to answer them. Oh, we can get answers from you, too. What? Flower Crowns, Fortin Thorn, Claudia Thorn, the Thorn Dynasty, Little Ladies' Dance. Let's do these in order. Flower Crowns. Following the events of the Legend of the Lost Lady, by which I mean after Sultan Baldric served as seneschal to a miller girl, he chose to do the same each year for other Ul'dah ladies. It is said that this was his way of reminding himself and others that all girls should be treasured. Then, one year, the girl he had chosen to be princess for a day presented him with a bouquet of daisies to thank him for his service. Knowing how hard the girl had worked to pick them, the Sultan gladly accepted the flowers and bade his attendants fashion them into circlets. Then, removing his own royal crown, he placed one upon his head and another on hers. "We're the same, you and I," he said, smiling. The Thorn family has considered daisies to be symbols of happiness ever since. Very nice. Fortin Thorn, your father. Fortin Thorn is my father and the head of House Thorn. It is his duty as representative of our family to sponsor Little Ladies' Day each year. Or so once I thought. I realize now that for him it was far more than duty which bound him to this celebration. Little Ladies' Day is the very thing which brought him and Mother together, and it is her memory and his love for her that drives him to ensure that it continues. Much like how Princess Ediva and her father, Sultan Baldric, were able to see each other in a new light after her disappearance, I feel as though my father and I have better understanding of one another after all that's happened today. Very nice. And your mother? Claudia Thorn, my mother and eldest daughter of the House Thorn before her passing. I'm told she left this world soon after I was born into it. Her frequent bouts of illness prevented her from joining social functions held amongst the noble families of Ul'dah, but by pure chance she was able to attend a Little Ladies' Day celebration long ago, where she met my father and performed the Little Ladies' Dance for him. There's much I have still yet to learn about my mother, but from all I've been told, I cannot help but feel as though we had much in common. It makes me feel closer to her, as though some part of her is still alive in me. Again, they hit me a bit harder than I thought. The Thorn Dynasty. Though Ul'dah was founded by the House of Ul, control of the throne was wrested from them after a period of instability, with the House of Thorn being appointed to rule as stewards some 350 summers ago. For more than a century, my forebears ruled, enacting countless reforms which would see their governance regarded favorably by the citizenry. At the end of those many long years, feeling that their sworn duty had last been fulfilled, my ancestors returned rule to the Ul dynasty. To this day, we of House Thorn continue to do our part to see Ul'dah flourish. Very nice. And lastly, the Ladies' Dance. In the years following the incident with the Miller girl, Princess Ediva grew to become a fine lady, attending royal soirees and the like on occasion, just as expected of her. In spite of this, she remained true to herself, forthright and bold as ever. On one faithful evening, she took her folding fan, an accessory noblewomen used in those days for the express purpose of covering their faces as a form of etiquette, and instead flourished it about her, using it to perform a dance she had improvised on the spot. While the Sultan and his retinue of seneschals were stunned by her impromptu performance, the nobles in attendance were instead captivated by his beauty and applauded her when she finished. In time, Princess Ediva's dance came to be known as the Little Ladies' Dance, and it, alongside the folding fan, have been passed down through the women and House Thorn ever since. Very nice. Now let's take a look at the stuff we just got. Let's see. We have, fanfare. Let's use that. And now the Little Ladies' Dance. Let's actually use that. Let's see. Emotes. There we go. Aha! Little Ladies' Dance. Hold on. Haha, nice. Even did a little wink at the middle of it. Very nice. I love that. Okay, is there anything else here? I should be able to redeem stuff, right? Oh, wait, no, I just need to buy them. For some reason, I thought there was some special kind of currency. Let's buy some of these. Buy 10 things of peach confetti and 10 things of cherry confetti. And let's see what they look like. Ooh. I'm guessing the cherry one would be a red color, right? No, it's whitish. Ooh, okay. Oh, for some reason I thought I was getting a set of 10. I only got one of each. Let me get more of those. Oh, I see. The price was 10. That's what makes sense. You get more of those and more of these. Nope. There we go. Yeah. As well as, let's get the Decision Orchestrion roll as well. Yeah. So, let's see. Is there anything... Oh, hold up. Let me actually activate this first. Use that. There we go. Now I have the Equestrian. Now, let's see. What else? Is there anything else here? I don't think so. You know what? I don't really have a very good time to actually do some specific things on my own outside of a half episode. Unless I somehow do it on its own, but that would take up too much time. I figured I'd do some now. So let me go do those. First of which for today, for side things, is the next quest, and hopefully the last one, for the Ehcatl Nine. Spread your wings and soar. Sazul has one last task he would have you perform. Okay, so this is the last one. Wah! Day to be remembered this is. At last. At long last. Is this the day we're finally launching? Complete Azul Kolan we will. Rejoice. Cry. Soil self in excitement. Ha ha ha! Yeah, I don't want to do the soiling part, but matter of attaching and calibrating final components it is. Then up, up, up into the sky before Natalan fanatics arrive. Ask for Dexter, Sazul has. Final task to craft finishing component. Take these materials to Falgorb float, Dexter must. Expect Dexter's finest work, Sazul does. Okay, we got one more thing to craft, looks like. Present the materials to Ehcatl. Yeah, let me do that first. Okay, so what parts do we have here to present? Hello there, adventurer. Come now, I can hardly hear you. I said hello there. What do we have? We have finishing component materials. It's just materials required to craft components used to replace the finishing touches on the Ehcatl Nine airship. Nice. Ah, I see you're seeking to craft your final airship component. I recognize the materials, but I would not deem of attempting the synthesis myself. I'm certain that you will have no trouble, of course. Here are your materials back. The facility is yours. So let's see what it is I need to craft. Let's see. Over to Tribal Quest, Exalt Quest, and the... Oh, okay. Finishing component materials. I just need to make one of them. Oh, right. I need to equip this stuff. Hang on. Equip this. There we go. Now I can do it. Finishing component. So, need 450 quality. Yeah, this needs to be high quality. Okay, let's start by innovating. Just to make sure I get the most points possible. Oh, I barely needed to do anything for that. And then one more for basic synthesis. That synthesis was so easy. Why did you say you were gonna have a problem with it? Well, I got it now. Time to go deliver it. Alright, Sazul, I have the thing. Dexter, quickly now, quickly! Have that component, you must! Don't worry, I have it right here. Yes, exactly what we needed this is. Final piece of Dozul Kulan. Chief Total Luck, terrible news there is! Uh-oh. They came back early? Ah! News? What news? Heard from the little bird in Natalan we have. War balloon pilots have begun priming air stones, Tezul has. Priming air stones? That sounds ominous. Yes, seek to harness blessings of Garuda, they do. Stones provide propulsion for balloons. Signal preparations for coming sortie, this does. Ah! Send details of assault, Tuzal has. Fly here to Ehcatl and destroy Dozul Kulan, balloon squadron will. Ah! Thick-skulled zealots. Obey goddess or face annihilation, they say. Shriveled and dead their souls are. The Ehcatl Nine is a gathering of crafters, not warriors. And this camp is defenseless against attacks from the air. We're doomed, aren't we? Speak truth, no little feathers does. Everything we have worked for. Go up and smoke it will. Cease your screeching, fletchling. Needing to think. Cripple this attack somehow, we must. Dexter, not so final as was final task. Ask one more boon of Dexter, Sazul would. Dangerous mission for one true warrior among us. Stop war balloons from ever taking off, Dexter must. But swiftly, now swiftly. Once they are airborne, soon float beyond our reach they will. Take haste for Natalan and snowy Korthus. Make contact with Tuzal Toltan. Now, how to sabotage assault he will. Dexter handles fanatics. Rest of Ehcatl Nine continue with preparations for maiden flight. Huddle and nest and wait to die, we will not. Okie dokie, one last mission probably. Let's go off to Ehcatl Nine. Okay, now where is this guy waiting and hiding? Probably right at the very corner of this spot, right? Yes, he is. Tuzal Tolan the Unseen. And what is this thing you have next to you? Is this going to be related to what we have to take care of? Featherless One is reinforcements promised by Ehcatl. Shh, keep voice down, you must. Wish to attract attention of these vicious air skulls, we do not. Thank the gods, Balloon Squadron has not yet left the ground. Flotation bladders are filled and ready, but take much time preparation of air stones does. Charged by power of vortex array stones are. Once stones are fully primed, load them onto balloons and take off, air skulls will. Before that happens, disable vortex array we must. No power means no propulsion. Simple enough, yes? Tools for sabotage Tuzul has. Corrupted crystal shards. Insert these into turrets of vortex array and disperse elemental wind currents they will. But begin with primary turret you cannot. Disable secondary turrets first. They are very important. Delicate and dangerous work disrupting flow of elemental power is. Look, Featherless One. See you this glowing device? One of 3 secondary vortex turrets it is. Try inserting shard, yes? Okay, insert into this one first to make sure it works. Corrupted crystal shard! Go! Nice! I've done it! Good, very good. Understand how it is done now, Featherless One does, yes? Within Ehcatl, 2 more of these you are to find. Sabotage both remaining secondary devices, then seek out primary turret. Once main turret is down, cease feeding power to Airstone's vortex array will. Then hurry back to Ehcatl and witness trial flight we can. Okay, gotta go find more places to insert these crystals into. Okay, here's the first of the 2. Let's insert the crystal into this one. That's 2 down. There's just 1 more. And here it is. Please don't see me. Okay, that's all 3. Now we just need to find the primary one. Oh, the primary one is right here. Huh. I get the feeling the fact that it's in the open means we're going to have a fight on our hands. Oh, we don't. Interesting. Okay, so now we just report to Tuzul Tolan. All the crystals have been destroyed. Ah! Robbed balloons of propulsions Featherless One has. But sense something amiss, Tuzal does. Uh-oh. Report to Chief Totolak, Tuzul will. Remain in Ehcatl and keep eye on air skulls, Featherless One will. Oh, I will? Okay. No. Better option there is. From top of Observatorium, observe both lands of Cortes and Black Shroud at same time. Featherless One can. Send small Featherless One to join you, Tuzal will. Welcoming a sneaky Ehcatl tower, they are not. Ah! Okay, speak with him at the Tataramu. Okay, at the Observatorium. Let's go. Okay, I'm here, but are we going to meet him at the top? No, we're meeting him inside, it looks like. Oh, there you are, right down at the base. Where have you been, Dexter? Have you not heard? Uh-oh, what happened? I haven't heard. There was another of those vortex turret devices hidden in a ravine in Ehcatl. 'Twould seem the Ehcatl air skulls were craftier than Tuzal gave them credit for. Let us continue to the roof and see what we can see. Crap, that sucks we missed one. Hope this works, though. There is only 1 air balloon that managed to prime his airstone, but I'm afraid 1 is all that Zealots will need. Without ballistas or even archers, the Ehcatl Nine can do not but to prevent their fanatic kin from dropping explosive munitions right in the camp. Ah! Over there! Uh-oh. I thought I saw that before earlier. It's heading south, towards the 12's Wood. Blast and another one! Blast and bother it all! I feel so helpless. Why must fate be so cruel? This is not good. Ah! Bring balloon directly over unbeliever's dung heap. Smash and burn the little toy, we will. Oh, what do you notice? Chieftain! Alone up here we are not! Did they manage to get airborne? Unless it's something else entirely. What's happening? I guess you'll just have to come and see. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, it's his ship. What are they doing? Good gods, it's the Blackjack. I'd know my father's ship anywhere. Father, what madness are you planning? I haven't heard this variation of the theme before. That boy's wills will be the death of me. What exactly you're planning on doing? I don't think your ship is built for combat. Unless you're gonna ram the thing. Yes, they are! I'm surprised that worked. He did it! Looks like they may have been damaged in the process, though. What did I tell you? Sturdy Skyways construction. The Beastman blimp never stood a chance. Oh, you took no damage. But please, Chairman, you endanger yourself and the company's future both. I believe she'll be sick. Oh, pipe down, will you? I haven't felt this alive in years. And besides, Highwind Skyways has a more than a competent successor. Let us arrange a meeting with him now, shall we? But what of your appointments? The Syndicate awaits your arrival in Ul'dah, and following that you have an engagement with Master Gegeruju in Costa del Sol. Cancel them. All of them. But sir! What was that light? Huh? He's using the signal lamp. Oh, it's a signal lamp. Meet at Ixali Camp. Do not be late. He could just use a sling pearl, but Father would insist on doing things the hard way. Come on, Dexter. Let's be off. Alright, now that I've spoken to Tadaramu, back to Sezul at Volgard Float. Alright, guys, it looks like I made it. Squawk! No, to featherless ones this day belongs. From two's all about me, ramming Sezul herd. Ah, there he is. So, what now? Father! Coulson had a few words with me. I'd thought myself too old for one of his lectures, but apparently I was wrong. I've heard that the Ixal are a people who lost their wings, a people whose greatest wish is to once more fly freely amongst the clouds, and that the invention of their balloon was a step towards reclaiming that which they had once had. But perhaps we were the ones who truly lost the freedom of flight. Tadaramu, when I look upon your face now, I'm reminded of words I've not thought of in years. Spread your wings and soar. That was the slogan coined by our company's founder, by your grandfather. Stop! Split whose sides you will! Have I said something amusing? Spread your wings and soar, you must! Dezukulan's favorite saying it was. Your mentor said that? Then it was not only your technology that Highwind Skyways borrowed, but your philosophy as well? Chief Totolok. Oh, dang it, I skipped that entirely. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to press that button. My father Tatanara owed his success to the knowledge he learned under the tutelage of Dezukulan. On behalf of Highwind Skyways, I extend my fullest gratitude to you and your people. Ah, enough! Make Suzul squirm in front of fledgling Tatabaru will. Give thanks to Sezul Wood. Brought dream with Ehcatl Nine's grasp, Chairman's son has. Brought Ehcatl Nine within reach of Ehcatl. Tataramu, time to launch our bird into sky. Yes. Yes, sir. Commencing trial flight preparations for the Dezukulan. All crew members begin pre-flight inspections. Tis a beautiful vessel. Oh boy was hiding some truly revolutionary ideas in that obsessive head of his. Like grandfather, like grandson. I believe you are owed a debt of gratitude as well, adventurer. 'Twas due in no small part to your actions that the dream of my son and his Exceli colleagues now stands to become reality. Dezul was watching even now, Sezul thinks. Arrive in Paradise's doorstep soon enough, we will. Spread our wings and soar, we shall. Not sure how easy that's going to be on a rainy day. Oh, is that it? Oh, now I go speak with Tadaramu. But first... Oh, small talk. To fly higher than any other is Ehcatl Nine's dream, but before we can fly, make wings we must. I feel I have lived in the last decade of my life with eyes shut, and I have you and your friends here to thank for opening them. I'm honored to be able to witness the efforts of your labor come to fruition. And then this clerk? Our main offices are in an uproar about the chairman's sudden change in schedule. To the hells with it. I will see this amazing airship fly. Nice, you're gonna help out too. Okay, Tataremu. Let us begin the maiden voyage, yes? Ah, my dear Dexter. Oh, the gratitude I would endlessly heap upon you. There are no words to express the joy I feel in this moment. But perhaps I'm being premature. Why, the ship is yet to even leave the ground. I must focus on the task at hand, and be sure that every bolt is tightened and every knot secured. There is, in actual fact, one more request I would make of you. The absolutely final one, I promise. This is a figurehead I've been working on. I'd like you to make take the rest of the materials and craft the finishing component. 'Tis only fitting that your craftsmanship binds the Dezukulan's figurehead together. Here are the items you'll need. Pray present them to Sezul and see what that we have all the blessings on the design. Oh, okie dokie. Sezul, you have a thingy. I have a thingy for you. This chance to empty bladder Dexter has. Unless wish to miss inaugural flight test Dexter does. Well, actually I have something that Tataramu wants me to give you. To take a look at. Figurehead component materials? Familiar design this is. When did Tataramu learn to craft traditional flying charm? Feathers of figurehead serve to remind Ixal of ancestors, and ward balloon against capricious nature of sky they do. Impressed with Tataramu's foresight, Sezul is. Have Sezul's blessings to complete figurehead, Dexter does. Crafting this component is simple matter, yes? Be sure then to pour all Dexter's skill into task. I certainly shall, Sezul. Finish part and return to Tataramu before final inspections are complete, says Dexter must. See figurehead proudly attached before for test flight, Sezul would. Oh, this is a... Oh, I didn't have to go anywhere else for this. Okay, let's actually switch things up to make sure that I can actually craft it right now. Make sure I have that and this. All right, now let's craft that final piece, it looks like. Yeah, the figurehead component. That's what it was. As for this... Okay, I can do this easily. Basic touch. Standard touch. That part was easy. And now, just for basic synthesis. Need 3 times. There we go. Figurehead component complete. Component is complete, yes? Keep Tataramu waiting, Dexter must not. If slip and break apart, Dexter does, then return to Sezul for extra materials and serving of shame, Dexter must. Oh, I had to return it to Tataramu, not to Sezul. There you go, I made the thing. Dexter, you've brought the last part of the figurehead? Yes, it's right. Oh, here. Thank you, this will do perfectly. I think I'm ready. Ready to entrust my life to the Dezul Kulan and aim for the highest skies. We're all but done with the last round of inspections. It would be safest if you were to withdraw several steps. Only the gods know how this will unfold. Oh, how did I just realize it's not raining anymore? Must have changed the weather specifically for this. Ah! Ehcatl Nine! Arrived at long last, moment of truth has. To Ehcatl we fly! Ignite cerulean propulsion engine! Cerulean gas primed and ready. Ka! Engine fuel pumping! Squee! Squee! Air pressure and temperature favorable. Engine output is steady. Instrument readings within expected parameters. Extend the wings. Open the throttle. Ka! Release moorings. Clear for takeoff. Oh, there it goes. Oh, not yet. It's floating, but it's not going anywhere. The Dezul Kulan is away! Here we go. It fly, it does! Okay, now let's see if it can actually go forward. Whoa! Whoa, what's it? Hey! Too low! Too low it flies! Something wrong there is! Oh no, is Garuda actually interfering? 'Tis the Witch's Shroud. God damn it, why now? Witch's Shroud? What? Never heard of the Witch's Shroud. The sudden difference in ethereal density above the crown of the trees can produce turbulent air currents. A rare phenomenon peculiar to the Black Shroud, and the bane of even the most seasoned airship pilot. Keep her steady, Tataramu! Ride the wind! Don't fight against it! Extend wings to full trim! Release primary and tertiary ballast! The ship will turn! Come on now, Dezul Kulan, is this all you have? Fly, damn you! We built you better than this! Fly! Fly! Fly, Tataromu! Fly! Yes! And they're off! They actually did it. And it's gone. Moshi Mosh. Oh, he's contacting all of us. Spotted Tezu Kolan from Natlan vantage point Tuzal has. Indicate altitude of 5,000 yalms, instruments do. Soar like bird it does. Soar like bird. I don't even, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I don't see it. I see the light it's generating. Very nice. And now... Oh, you're back, you're back already? Really? Okay. Dexter, the test flight was a complete success. It was a shaky start, but the Tezu Kolan and I both returned unharmed. And we reached our target altitude of 5,000 yalms. That's higher than any Eorzean ship has ever flown. A new aeronautic record. Unofficial though it may be. Despite its impressive performance, however, the Tezu Kolan still can't achieve that which Sizdul dreams, to climb above and beyond the clouds and arrive on the legendary shores of Ehcatl. But we'll continue to improve and tweak our prototype, and one day we will catch a glimpse of that floating paradise. There's no record that cannot be broken. By the by, Dexter, there's something I've been meaning to ask you for the longest time. Yes? I know why I'm here, but whatever brought you to the Ehcatl Nine's camp? I think I got captured? Oh, that's a good question, or well, one thing led to another, and yeah, basically that. Your original mission was to respond to an Ixali threat? I do believe you've gone above and beyond what and somewhere quite far to the left of the Call of Duty. I dare say the Twin Adder official who enlisted your services is by now rather alarmed by your prolonged absence. Perhaps you should report back to Gridania and put their mind at ease. They haven't been notified this whole time? Okay, let's go do that then. Ah, yes, and here's Scarlet. I'm here to report my findings from several months ago. Yes, Dexter? What can I do for it? Oh, the attack on Ehcatl Spire! The captain mentioned that he'd sent you out to investigate further, but I'd completely forgotten you were... that is to say, the Ixal appeared to have abandoned their plans to assault our towers. Excellent work, adventurer. We must, however, remain alert and at the ready. The thought of those war balloons drifting over the city walls is one of our citizens' greatest fears. A nightmare that we must never allow to become reality. I shall likely have need of your services in the days to come, so pray keep your skills honed and your blades sharp. Oh, did you hear the news, by the way? There was some excitement here in Gridania while you were off trampling the underbrush. The son of the Highwind Skyway's chairman, Tatabaru, suddenly vanished into thin air. Folk were crying foul play, though no body nor blood was in evidence. He's already been found. Well, perhaps now things can return to normal. Perhaps they will. Tribal quest complete. Reputation up! You have achieved sworn reputation with the Ehcatl Nine. Furthermore, you now have access to a wider selection of wares from the Ehcatl Nine vendor. Let's actually go... Ooh, that's Ixal, folks! Let's actually go see what they have available now, because I haven't done so for... I forgot to do so for the other ones. So let's see, with the Ixali vendor, what do they have that's new? Purchase items. The wrist gloves are still there. I think all this stuff is still here, like the lumber and branches, as well as the dyes. Ooh. A direwolf whistle. Ah, yes. Wind up Lakesall. I actually ended up going back at a later point and getting the other ones for the other tribes. So let's get this Wind up Ixal. I haven't obtained any of these mounts yet. I wonder if I should. That gives me a lot of mounts to have to I can't even think straight. Have to roulette through. But I could get them. Yeah, let's go get this one for now. Actually, hold on. Is there... Can I actually get some from Ehcatl Oaknots? Oaknots. Ehcatl Oaknot Featherless Nugar carries? Make trade with you, this one will. Let's see. Weapons, accessories... No, I can't get it through Ehcatl Oaknotes. Okay, so I'll have to remember to... Oh, hold up. Okay, same thing. Ooh. Oh, these are higher level. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's get these. For 10 Oaknots. And, yeah, I see some... These things are new as well, it looks like. Huh. Not entirely sure what they're used for, but I think it's the same stuff as what these other items needed down here. Like the animal fat and hardened sap and coke. I just don't know exactly what they're for. Well, I'll have to look into that some other time. But let's actually go back and get that other direwolf whistle. Yeah. Nice. Let's actually use that. Now have access to his direwolf summon. And now let's use up the Wind Up Ixal, so that's available for my minions. And I think... Oh, Despicable You. Ooh, that must have been for getting all kinds of minions. Okay, let's actually go around and get the other mounts as well, because I forgot to do so for the other ones. Okay, I'm back here with the Silphric vendor, and let's see about getting... Yeah, the Laurel Gubu horn. Yeah, now I can access the... Hold on. I was going to say, now I can access the Gubu, but first I need to activate it. Now I have access to a Gubu. Let's see, what else? Okay, back with the Sahagin, we can get... It is the Elf's horn. Activate that. I now have an Elfst. Next, with the Kobolds, we can obtain the Bomb Palanquin horn. There we go. Activate that. And then I have a Bomb Palanquin. And then all the way back with the Amalja, we can get the Drake horn. Activate that. And I'll have access to 5 new mounts. Whoop, stupid tree. That is a lot. So for today, I have 2 more things that I wanted to do. First of which is something that I have been able to do for a long time, or at least think I've been able to do, but haven't really had a good chance to go and do because it's just really out of the way. I've said for a while that I found a random point in Uldad that has a question mark on it. I have no idea what it's for. I did end up finding another one here near Wineport near Eastern. No, I forgot what it was. So I wonder if this is related at all. Let's see. Interacting. Magic runes float across your eyes, assuming familiar shapes. Seeker of treasure and truth, I congratulate and bid you welcome. Who are you, I wonder, and why have you come this far? What drives you to solve my riddles, and what do you expect to find? You must wonder what kind of man I was as well. Doubtless you have heard stories, some more flattering than others. But I have rambling enough, and you must be rewarded. Allow me to share with you a verse written in by my favorite poet. Clandestine rendezvous leave me breathless and wanting. Obsession consumes me, a thirst for the taboo. Okay, did that do anything extra for the treasure hunt? Because that's what it was for. Let's see. Go into... not Relic of Reborn. Greatest story never told. Solve... Okay, so apparently I do need to actually solve the riddle. I wonder if I actually can interact with that item in my inventory now. Use that. Can I? No. Huh. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure how to solve that riddle. Maybe if I go back to see the treasure hunter... That will give me some insight. Okay, is this new? I think it's new. Hey, Valiant Heart, do you have anything new? A message written in magic runes. Amazing. Though the content was rather disappointing, now that I think about it. I was expecting a clue to the treasure's location. I'm assuming the riddle is actually the clue. Oh, I almost forgot. I finished translating another riddle. Why don't you go and take a look? Okay, so there's more to the riddle now. Carved upon the statue is a series of strange characters. Next to them, written in chalk, you find Valiant Heart's latest translation. Sapphires and pearls, fortunes great and small. The members of the Marauders Guild understand the importance of etiquette. Okay, did that say anything new? Let's see. Through methods mysterious and unknown, you receive a message from the late Winebaud. He praises your efforts to seek out the truth and shares you a verse of poetry for reasons unknown. Valiant Heart will doubtless wish to hear these efforts. I just did, though. You have anything new to say? This one looks to be even harder than the last. It did say something about the Marauders Guild, so that must be where I go next. I'm surprised that it tells me directly where to go. But I've also noticed that some of the letters in that are highlighted. H, R, and U. That must be related to what we need to do. So let's actually head back to Limsa Limensa and see what the Marauders Guild has to tell us about this. Okay, so... oh! I thought I would have to talk to someone, but no, I just have to go find this bookcase. A treatise on cultivating interpersonal relationships and influencing others catches your eye. You open it to the bookmarked page and take note of an underlying message. Why was the book randomly bookmarked, and why did this book in particular catch my interest? A deliberate display of emotion as benefits the situation can be effective in deepening your relationships with others. Well, that doesn't tell me much, does it? So I'm guessing I just have to report back to Valiant Heart about that, right? Let me just double check if there's anything new here. No, I just have to report back to him. Okay, I can do that. You know, something I'm realizing, actually, that first part of that where I randomly found a place in eastern Costa del Sol, I'm not entirely sure how, based on the riddle, I was meant to be able to find it, actually. I wonder if I was supposed to talk to someone else instead. Okay. There's nothing new here. I wonder if... oh, that must mean I might have missed something. Let me head back. Oh, right. Let me head back and see if I can find something new. I might have missed something else. That might have not been the only spot there. Okay, so the bookcase is still there. Is there anyone else I can talk to or interact with concerning this? I'm not sure what else I could do here, because the only place I can interact with is... wait a minute, I wonder. Hold on, let me just double check something. Okay, interact with it, but no. Select that and then see if I can interact with it here. Use? No? Okay, so there really is nothing new to this. This is the only thing that's here is the passage I randomly read. And it didn't provide any insight on what else to do. That's just gonna be a mystery for another time. Regardless, let's go see one more thing to do. For the last thing for today, I find myself right back in the North Shroud at Hearsmill because I actually completed the stuff I needed to for the Bravura a while ago. So let's see what Geralt has to say now. Back already? By the frown you're wearing, I take it you got nothing to show for your time with the kobolds. Might be as you want for a better sport, and I know just the creature that'll give it to you. The Hydra that reigns over the fiends in Ehcatl. A nasty piece of work, that. Try not to piss your britches when you see it. The Hydra can be confronted via the Duty Finder upon examining the quest destination situated by the entrance to Ehcatl at Eastern Thanalan. Please note that the trial of Relic Reborn the Hydra must be completed while equipped with the unfinished Bravura. Oh no, it's a similar thing to the Chimera from before? Oh no. Okay, I find myself back at Ehcatl, back in Thanalan. And here's the destination. Relic Reborn, the Hydra is now accessible. Now I need to make sure that I equip the correct item first. Where is that unfinished Bravura? There it is. Such a... oh, it's a level 50 weapon. Why did I think it was so bad? Okay, and now let us see about what we can do about this Hydra fight. Back into... no, not the journal. What am I thinking? Duty Finder. There we go. Aha, here we go. A Relic Reborn, the Hydra. Okay, let's see how bad this fight's gonna be. And... join. Hold up. Oh! Interesting, there's more people that have to be in this? Oh. You know what? Unfortunately, I don't have as much time as I thought I would today, so I'm actually gonna cancel this for now. Yeah, I'm gonna withdraw from that for now. I'll do this another time. I'll just have less time today to actually do it than I wanted to. So that I think that marks everything that I wanted to do for today. Let me just double check. Yeah, that sadly marks everything I wanted to do for today, because everything else I want to do requires me to go into a duty, which I don't have time for, or just more stuff in general that I'm still not ready for yet. So, that is unfortunately going to be, well, maybe unfortunately, that is going to be it for me for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this little thing into a Mother's Day event, and then some random miscellaneous things. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a good night.